Hey guys, this is Kyle. I'm here to bring you an unboxing video of this, the white Nintendo 3DS LL, as it's known here in Japan, obviously known as XL in most of the rest of the world. This is the white color here, which I believe at current is only available in Japan. In the US, I believe they're launching with blue and red, and in Europe, I think they have silver, red. I'm not sure, sorry Europeans, but I'm pretty sure that white is exclusive to the Japan territory for right now, which is kind of strange as it does stand as pretty much the most basic color. However, today as I was out in the shops, I asked a little bit about it, and it did seem to be the one that was selling the least here in Japan, between the silver, the red, and then the white here. So I did find that pretty interesting. I, however, do like the white. So basically, I'm going to be unboxing this right here. You'll notice right away that the box is actually pretty small. There's a reason for that. It's because there's no AC adapter in there. However, I do have the AC adapter for my old 3DS. I will also be size comparing the new DS LL with an old 3DS that I have here, as well as I will try out two games on it for you guys to see. I have Ketsui Death Label, which is a DS game. I know some people are interested to see DS games on the 3DS LL, as well as I have Monster Hunter Tri-G here, so we'll try those out. Very brief plays on those just to see what it looks like. But anyway, let me give you a better view of the box here. There's the front there. Right there on the back, it's a very basic box. It's very sturdy because I'm pretty sure that pretty much all that's in here is the console itself, as well as some instruction manuals. So let's go ahead and get this thing open here. Alright, so I've popped the hinge open there, and as usual it looks like this slide out here. And you'll have the majority of your contents here. Obviously, this is my warranty information, Club Nintendo card, all that stuff. This is, pretty standard. Club Nintendo points in there and the instruction manual for the thing. I'm not going to get too deeply into that, although I am interested to see how many Club Nintendo points I get for it. Sorry, I hope this isn't too awkward for you guys as I'm trying to hold my camera up here. And there you go, that's all that's in the box. There's nothing else in there. Again, a very small box. So let's go ahead and get this open here and see what it looks like. More fun things to figure out how to open here. Alright. Pretty fun. Alright, so I guess we open this up and slide the 3DS out the side here. There we go. Get rid of that box, that was pretty annoying. There we go, we have the 3DS LL itself, white color. Obviously wrapped up nicely here. We'll pull it out here. The first thing I notice as I look at it, compared to this other 3DS here, is a matte finish. This thing is completely matte. There's nothing really shiny about it. I definitely prefer the matte, but I guess it depends on who you are. You'll see right here under the hinge that we've got the stylus SD card slot here on the back. Obviously the R button here and the L button here. Let's go ahead and flip it over. There you go, it looks a lot like a 3DS. But here is the original 3DS and here is the LL. You can see that it trumps it in size pretty well there. Go ahead and open it up here. And that top screen is humongous. That is a very, very big screen. You'll see that we have the standard D-pad here. It does feel a little bit bigger. It feels like it goes down in just a little bit more in the middle, but it's still the standard Nintendo D-pad. If you weren't a fan of the one on the 3DS, you probably won't like this very much. You got the analog nub here. 4 buttons over here, those feel quite nice. The thing I do really like about this is these 3 buttons at the bottom here, select, home, and start, are now real buttons. I can actually press them without breaking my 3DS in half. I really appreciate that because the ones on the original 3DS are really awful. There's the power button right there. And obviously the 3D slider, which kind of now does have a little click to it when you turn it off. At that bottom point it kind of clicks in so you won't accidentally turn that on while you're playing. Go ahead and close the unit again here. You can see here, it looks kind of like it doesn't close all the way, but it really does. There are 2 little rubber knobs in here, I guess you could say, that are protecting the screen here. You'll see them right here at the top, and they jut out just enough to protect the screens. There was a lot of talk of the original 3DS when you closed it. It was scratching the top screen with this border around here. This doesn't seem like it will do that at all thanks to these nubs and the distance between the shells when you close it. But again, it really does close all the way. You can see in the middle there it's flush with the buttons, so there's just a little room there. I don't foresee that causing any major problems. So let's go ahead and open it up one more time, put it next to the 3DS. Give you a nice shot there. Yeah, the top screen again covers almost twice as much real estate there as the one on the left, so it's a big improvement on size, obviously. There you go. It's night and day. I'm a guy who appreciates big handhelds as long as they're reasonable, and this is definitely reasonable to me. I carry a bag around here in Japan, so I don't mind the size at all. There you go. I'm going to close them both. You can see on the right there that the LL is just a touch thicker, there than the 3DS itself, but not much, really not much at all. And because of the big size of it, it almost feels thinner, just because it's bigger. It's kind of funny how that works, but definitely almost feels thinner than the other one. But of course, the important thing here, I'm sure that most of you guys want to know. We've seen 100 pictures of this thing already, but how does the gameplay look on the unit? I'm interested myself. Obviously, I've opened it up now, and I don't have an adapter in the box to use with it, but I do have my adapter from my other 3DS sitting here, so let's go ahead and plug it in. Just look around the bezel here just a little bit. You'll see on the left there, that's the volume knob. Not a huge fan of the volume slider, but I guess it's alright. And on the right here, there's the Wi-Fi on and off slider. On the front, you got power and charging indicators, headphone jack here. I really wish the headphone jack would be in the middle. I really appreciated that. It almost looks like a smiley face or some sort of weird face on the old 3DS, which is not what I appreciated. I appreciated it right here because it didn't really get in the way of your hands. But with how big this is, I don't really foresee it being a problem because your hand will be really wrapped around the entirety of here and not really jutting out here so much like it did on the other 3DS. So I'm assuming on the top here, yeah, you've got your power connector there, your little infrared port there, and that seems to be the whole shebang. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in. And while we're up here, let's start with a DS game. I'm going to go ahead and pop Ketsui Death Label in. It's a decent enough game to show this off. We'll go ahead and see how it looks. Obviously, I'm going to have to get the system itself all set up. So I'm going to take the stylus out. Check the size of that guy. And you might be wondering at this point, am I going to do a system transfer from my old system? Yeah, of course I am. It just takes a while. I'm not gonna do that on the air here. There's the stylus. It's got a black tip. It's pretty cool looking. Obviously a little bit bigger. Feels much more comfortable in the hand. Get this guy back opened up. Another thing you'll notice, it clicks there, clicks there, clicks there. So you have 3 viewing modes this time around instead of 2 like the old one. Obviously, though, this is the one that most people end up going with. So yeah, that works pretty well. Let's go ahead and hit the power button here, turn it on, see what it looks like. Go ahead and hit the lights. Alright, so obviously we all know about this intro. If you've used a 3DS before, it's going to force me to use 3D to set it up. A lot of people asking about the 3DS on the new screen. I haven't obviously used it here, it's just starting now, but I have play tested it before at another place a couple weeks back, and it seems alright. It seems alright. I wasn't really a fan of the 3DS, or of the 3D on the original 3DS really, and so I'm not sure this is really going to sway me very much. I might just have the problem of not really being able to see 3D as well as a lot of people do. So today's June 28th. The time is, what time is it? I don't have a clock with me right here, so I'm going to go ahead and set it to 5:30. I'll mess with that later. User settings, I'm not going to do anything with this just because I'm going to be erasing it later. Obviously when I import over my system, this stuff will all get overwritten, so I'm not worried about this. Not going to worry about internet settings either. Turn the 3D off on the screen here. Will look better for the video. I'm going to go ahead and reposition this, so hopefully you'll be able to see it better. Swing this around here. Wow, this thing really is quite large. Let's go ahead and do that, see how that goes. Alright, that should work. I did buy some pretty crappy screen protectors, the cheapest ones that they had there. Go ahead and try those out and see how they go. There aren't really official Nintendo branded ones or anything, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, right into the screen here. Yeah, it looks pretty freaking awesome actually. It looks quite good. Let's go ahead and boot into Ketsui. I'm going to go ahead and boot full screen here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how this is. I love how much easier that new start button is to press. That is amazing. Wow, it actually looks pretty good. Not sure how well you can see that there on the screen, but actually no, it looks quite good. I'm a little bit surprised because obviously playing full screen here, the 3DS itself didn't really have too impressive DS game playing on it, and that was due to the resolution, the way the resolution works. And this should technically have the same issue really with it, but it looks quite good, and it might just be because the screen is so big. So anyway, there you go. That's Ketsui on it. Let's go ahead and exit out of the game here and see if I can boot it up in original resolution mode here. I think I just hold start. Go ahead and try that out. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the light on for this one. Obviously you'll want to see the bezel and see how much room this is taking up. So here is original resolution mode on Ketsui. And I don't know, to me it does seem to look a little bit better at original resolution, but honestly it didn't look that bad at full screen. I really might be able to deal with that. There are a lot of purists out there who really aren't a big fan of stretching the resolution like that. But really, actually, I'm pretty surprised. I'm pretty surprised by how good it looked. So anyway, yeah, I'll zoom in a little bit here. Hopefully you can see it somewhat decently here. But again, there you go, that's Ketsui, and again, this time we're running at original resolution mode. Looks a little bit like that. Alright, let's go ahead and back out of that there, and let's give Monster Hunter a shot here. Again, I'm not really going to play it very much, I just kind of want to show it off, see what it looks like here. Pop that game out, and again, this is obviously Monster Hunter Tri-G. Go ahead and hit the light again. And this is actually something I've already played. Well, obviously I've already played Monster Hunter. Something I've already played on the 3DS LL. This is one of the demos that Nintendo has on their 3DS LL systems that have been out in stores for a couple weeks. So I had played it. I already kind of saw how it was, but now that I've got it in my own hands, let's give this a shot. Let's check this out. It actually looks quite good, to be honest with you. I'm very, very happy about this whole 3DS LL thing, in case you hadn't noticed. This is definitely the right size handheld for me. Well over the old 3DS. I was always a DSi LL kind of guy as well. It's just the right size. So I'm not even really going to do too much here. Just run around here. You can see the game looks quite good. Honestly, I'm really blown away by how good it looks, because technically it's supposed to have a not crappy, but a lower pixel per pixel density than it did before. Obviously, stretching the same resolution over a bigger screen will do that to you. This looks awesome. This looks great. And if you're interested, you can see the bottom screen here. Obviously, the bottom screen still in proportion, but smaller than the top screen. Quite good. Quite good. I will say, now that I've obviously held it properly for a little bit, I'm not too worried about where the headphone jack's at. I don't cover that with my hand due to the way you hold it here, because the side is so large. The rounded edges on the bottom are amazing. This feels really nice, and I do like the soft matte feel over the glossy plastic feel of the old one. So there you go, that's Monster Hunter. You can see how that looks. It looks good. It looks really good. Kind of see how the pixels are there. Obviously you're going to catch pixels. You can see kind of how it looks there. But honestly, I don't really find it to be that much worse than the old 3DS. I'm very, very excited on this. Very, very excited. This is looking good. So I'm going to do some more tests. I'm going to get my old system transferred over and do all that stuff now, but I wanted to get the unboxing up for you guys who wanted it. I do realize there are some unboxings probably already up on YouTube, but I didn't really see a white one, so I wanted to get the white one up here. You can see what that looks like, and just get my impressions up on it. I haven't been the biggest 3DS fan, as some of you guys might know, but this is a great piece of hardware. I'm very, very excited about this. So there you have it. That's my unboxing for the 3DS LL White here in Japan. Today is July 28th, 2012, and it is a hot one. I'll see you guys later with a couple of other videos I have planned coming up in the next week or so. Thanks for watching.